Hello, everyone, and welcome to the closing ceremony of the Inclusive Data Hackathon. We're so excited that you were all able to join us for the last 4 days for what I feel was an absolutely amazing event. We just concluded our presentation solutions, and our judges were extremely impressed with all of the solutions that they were able to see and the hackers that they were able to connect with. So I know each of you are here to learn more about the results of that. But before we get into it, I actually wanted to take a few minutes with you and share a little bit about the background of the Inclusive Data Hackathon, how all of these experiences that you had over the last 4 days, how they came about, and who was behind the scenes. So first off, I'd really like to take a moment and give a big shout out to the Digital Page team. These are our unsung heroes. Without this group that you see on the screen, there's no way the Inclusive Data Hackathon would have come to life. I know you saw them a little bit throughout all of the events, but what you didn't see were the countless hours, nights, weekends, calls, and just brainstorming sessions that this team did to bring this event to life and make it a reality for every single one of you. A special shout out to our core leadership team, Rashmili Vamila and Kaylin Hins, as well as all of the young professionals and students that are part of our team, Jahari, Ira, as well as Yash. Thank you, team, for everything that you have done. And a shout out to my two co-leaders, our co-founder and strategy officer, Pinkesh Patel, and our digital advisor, Pradeep Singh. So thank you again to everybody that you see on this screen, because without you, Digital Page would not be where it is, and this event would probably not have come together. Next, a major shout out to our sponsors for this event, Capgemini Financial Services, Insights, and Data. You were able to hear through all of these speakers, all of the leaders. I'm going to do another plug. I started with Capgemini about 2.5 years ago without any tech experience, and having had almost 15 plus years of experience within financial services industry, I've never found an employer better than the group that I work with right now. So if you are looking for a longer term career path, an organization where you can grow, and that you're going to get unbelievable opportunities with, I highly recommend that you stay connected with us and with all of the leaders that you spoke with at Capgemini. And this next slide will show you kind of re-highlighting all of our leaders under the tutorage of Ramana, our leadership team, Ashwin, Arindam, Akila, and Ajish, and our people director, Angie, and Juliet, our CSR lead. This is just an incredible team that has put in, again, their time and effort and support to bringing this opportunity to you. And can't forget our partners. So we had 4 partners for this event: Y Green and Isa D'Souza. She was part of our panel discussion on ESG and FinTech, and Y Green also helped supplement our prize packages that we'll talk about a little bit later. And we also had AWS. I know a lot of you were able to engage with our AWS partners through game day as well as the technical workshop. And they are also supplementing our prize packages. So thank you, Y Green and AWS. And then we had Timber AI. So Timber AI, their CEO and CTO, were both able to join us this morning for a roundtable discussion, a workshop, brought really great insights. If you weren't able to make it because you were in the middle of putting the final touches on your presentation, I definitely encourage you to go back, visit the Digital Page YouTube channel, because those sessions were recorded and are available for you to go back and reference. And last but not least, our partner, Tiger Graph, they hosted a technical workshop as well earlier on Friday and supported our prize packages. So thank you, partners, for helping us make the Inclusive Data Hackathon a success and bringing these types of opportunities to all of our participants. Next up, I know you've heard from him throughout the weekend, but we wanted to bring Arindam back as our executive sponsor one last time to share some closing remarks and some thoughts about what he saw and what we hope for you in your future. Arindam, I pass it off to you.
Thank you, Amita. And hey, hackers, good to see you again. I know you're probably eager to find out who won, what are the prizes, right? So I'm going to keep this short. But in summary, I think Amita, covered it all, right? So it took a lot of effort from all the volunteers at Digital Page, and then a number of volunteers from the Capgemini side to really bring this together. So weeks and weeks of planning and design and what have you, right? As well as a lot of concentrated activity over the last 4 days. So I think one of the things I will give Amita and her team kudos for is designing the hackathon, right? Because when I went into this, and this is actually my first hackathon, right, as a sponsor, when I went into this, I was very keen on really seeing the outcome, right, and see what the hackers would come up with. But Amita kind of nudged me that this has to be like a two-way kind of street, where we create enough sessions so that the hackers have something else to take away. So hopefully you got to see a lot of that, right? A lot of our leaders participated in a lot of very interesting sessions. And if you haven't, if you're busy hacking away, I think all of those recordings are available. So I would highly recommend that you take some time and look at them at some point. uh, but all in all, I think it was a very successful event. I loved all the presentations, and I am not just sharing my own sentiment, but I spoke to some of the other judges afterwards, and they're all equally gung ho and excited, and uh, really excited and enthused by what you brought to the table, right? So I think so huge success there, and thank you for uh, really participating and bringing your whole self to this event, right? I think one ask that I would have, and Amita, I know I spring surprises on you, but this is one last one I promise related to the hackathon. I think it'd be interesting to hear from the hackers, like what we could have done differently or what we can do next time, because I definitely want to keep doing this, maybe once a quarter, maybe once in the next half of the year, right? Because I'm totally sold on the idea that hackers will bring new ideas, new thinking to us, as well as the fact that it introduces us to a new pool of talent that we might want to tap into for future work at Capgemini. So that's my piece. So with that, I'll turn it back over to you, Amita. And thanks again.
Thank you, Arindam, and thank you for the support, for really encouraging us to bring this opportunity to all the hackers. It has been a long time, and you will hear a lot from us over the next few days, because just because we're at closing ceremony does not mean that it is the end of the hackathon. We really want to create a longer term relationship with each of you and help you as you pursue your longer term careers and achieve those goals. So let me get to the important part of this conversation, our winners. So we had 4 prize packages available, and that prize package was a combination of multiple items. We wanted to give you some experiences, we wanted to give you some learning opportunities, as well as some fun stuff to take away. So every winner is going to have their choice of an Oculus Quest or an Oxygen 365 backpack. You're going to get 1 year of a premium subscription to Harvard Business Review, and that's a print as well as a digital version. You're going to get a Spotlight lunch. Now, if you haven't seen everything that Digital Page posts about Spotlight lunches, this is our opportunity to get you one-on-one engagement with these incredible leaders that you saw this past week, or these past 4 days. It's a conversation that you lead. You decide what information you need to help you get to that next step in your career. So whether it is career information, mentorship, industry insight, this is your chance for a 1 hour conversation, and these leaders are dedicating all of their time and attention to you there. So every single winner will get that one-on-one opportunity. And then all of our partners I'd mentioned earlier have provided us with some really cool swag. So we're going to add that in and ship it out to you. So our 4 winners for these tracks are the Mona Lisa blockchain, Viro, Wisely, and Fairpays. Congratulations, teams. You really did an absolutely outstanding job with your ideas, your presentations, and just, as Arinda mentioned, bringing your whole self to this hackathon. And we were honored to be able to see the output of your work. Every single other team that took the time or even just engaged in our events, we were equally impressed. And we hope to get the opportunity to continue working with you and seeing everything that you're able to create as you move forward in your careers. In closing, I would like to again just thank you for your time, your support, all of our volunteers. We had over 60 Capgemini volunteers. We had 240 hackers at this event. I've got some metrics here, so if you see me looking down, that's what it is. We had 173 graduate students and 33 certification program participants, and the remainder were split between PhDs as well as young working professionals. And all of you were between US and Canada. I believe it was a 60-40 breakdown. So we're really looking to continue those conversations. Digital Page is always here to help you achieve those next goals in your career. So as you see, we look to inspire, educate, and empower. So definitely stay in touch with us. We're available on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on Instagram, and Twitter. And we have multiple events like this hackathon, as well as other engagements for you to get involved with. And of course, Capgemini Financial Services Insights and Data has an incredible team located across both geographies, and I know that they'd be very interested in continuing conversations. So next steps, like I said, this isn't over. You're going to hear from the Digital Page team. We're going to be sharing some information with you, and I would love to ask for feedback. It is already included in them because we are looking to always make this a better experience. And when we come back to you with Inclusive Data Hackathon 2.0, we'd love to incorporate your feedback so that way you get even a more amazing experience out of it. So until then, we will communicate with you. Thank you so much, everyone that participated as a hacker or as a volunteer, and have a wonderful rest of your Sunday evening.